Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Darius from artistshortcut.com, and in this video I want to add on to the part 1 and part 2 series of how to build a fan base. So you've heard me talk about like several different things as far as building a fan base. If you've watched both videos, if you haven't watched both videos, I'll link them in the description below. But for those of you who have, you've heard me talk about a ton of different ways on how to build a fan base and things to help you build a fan base. So in this video, I want to talk about one of the things I haven't talked about, which is your image. So as an artist, you have to look like an artist. You can't look like someone who wants to be an artist or someone who's trying to be an artist. You have to look like an artist at that moment. And that's not the easiest thing to do per se, especially if you're so used to being just yourself and doing what you normally do. It's not the easiest, but it's definitely necessary because fans, they want to support an artist. They want to support someone who they believe in and someone who looks like they're going to be successful in whatever genre or whatever path they're trying to take. And I've talked about that, about giving fans something to support, but your image is a part of that, but separate at the same time. So, and when I say image, I really just mean like your branding. If you want to get more technical with it, just your branding. And you can do that by having a website, which is first and foremost, you need a website in this day and age. If you don't have a website, you're slacking. Please get one. You can do a WordPress website, which is not WordPress.com. It's an actual hosted version of WordPress. So you buy a domain, you buy hosting, connect it to, use WordPress, build your site, or you can use something like Squarespace. I usually don't recommend Squarespace because it's more expensive in the long run, and not having money is typically a big thing to like upcoming artists. But if you do have money and you feel like I don't have time, I don't want to put in the effort to customize my WordPress and all that, use a Squarespace. I think Chance the rapper uses Squarespace on his Chance Raps website, so you can definitely use Squarespace. It'll work. Another thing is you want to have professional photos. So I see a lot of artists on Instagram where they upload crappy photos, and by crappy I mean photos where the quality just isn't there. It's not necessarily the content of the photo, it's per se the quality of it. It doesn't look professional. And I'll give you a few tips for actually putting out more professional photos. Since I used to do a lot of videography work and photography work, I kind of understand a little bit about what people perceive to be professional and not professional. And one of those things is what we call focus. And it's basically, if you've seen a photo and the background is blurred, or you've seen a video and the background is blurred, that means the focus is on me. So if I do this, you should start to see the focus change, and it should go towards my fist. And then once I move my fist, it should then come back to me. That's focus. That's what people perceive to be professional. So if I did this in the video a lot, now I kept showing you things, you would think I'm shooting on a very professional camera because the focus changes, and that's not something that you can accomplish with a normal iPhone or small digital camera, or not small because this is very small, but like a very cheap digital camera or something like that. It usually takes professional cameras in order to do that. So that's one of the things you can do to make your photos look more professional, is shoot on a camera that allows you to get a better focus. And iPhones can do that if you get close enough, or if you get the right angle. So you want to make sure that you mess around with that from different angles and things like that. Another thing is like the color correction. And if you don't know anything about color correction, please just watch like 10 to 20 minutes worth of YouTube videos where they talk about color correction. You can YouTube color correction tutorials or whatnot and learn about things like your contrast, saturation, white balance. Really, that might be it. Like your brightness, things like that. Things that adjust the way your photo looks. So for most people, they take a photo and they throw a filter on it, which adds a tint over it and makes the photo look sometimes cool, sometimes not. What I recommend doing is going into the edit thing, and this is specifically for Instagram. So if you don't have Instagram, or you're not using Instagram, if you don't have Instagram, get Instagram, you're slacking. But if you're uploading a photo, maybe not on Instagram or something like that, I recommend you edit it with Instagram first. Use the edit button when you're uploading a photo, and you can adjust like the contrast, the brightness, the fade, saturation, all these different things. And you want to edit the photo so that it looks professional. It looks, and by professional, I should kind of give you more of a definition. You want to make it look like there's balance. You want to make it look like it's not overblown out. You don't want to see too much dark spots or areas unless that's the look you're going for, or you don't want to see too many like bright overexposed spots unless that's the look you're going for. But if it's not intentional, you don't want it. So use that to edit your photos and practice like that. As you get better, you'll start to understand like what you need for your photos to make them look nice, to make that color correction look high definition, or adjust the saturation to make it look high definition or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So you want to get your photos looking professional by either improving the focus. Definitely by improving the focus. I think that might be one of the best ways to do it. Or you can do it by adjusting the color correction of the photos. Another thing I want to talk about too is like your clothing choices, your actual style. Now this is something that's not really talked about that much for artists in general, and that is just choosing a style and sticking with it. So I don't know Rihanna personally or anything like that, but I read a little bit of backstory on like Rihanna and how the label told her what lipstick to wear, what kind of clothes to wear, all these different things because they needed her to fit this image that they could sell. And that's kind of what you're doing as an artist. Like, and I think I read the same thing about Soulja Boy. Like they made Soulja Boy back in the Crank That days. They kind of made his image be a certain way so that they could sell that product. And then, you know, once that was done, Soulja Boy went into being Gangsta Soulja or Draco Soulja, whatever you want to call him. So I think that as an artist, especially upcoming, you want to choose a style and stick with it. You want to kind of be known for that style, be known for if it's the way that your shirts are, the way that your pants are, the way that your shoes are, or the type of clothes that you wear. Some people do it in like a hype beast fashion where they're known for having the latest J's and they're known for having the latest designer clothing and things like that. Other people are known for the simplistic nature of what they wear. Maybe it's just white tees and some type of Levi's or just anything simplistic. And then others are known for just rocking their own clothing line. So it's like you want to be known for something as far as your image. You don't want to just do what normal people do, like me and 1,000 other people or 95% of people. You don't want to just wake up and be like, man, I don't know what I want to wear today. I'm feeling this. So I'm going to just choose this. Because then you start to bounce different styles and you never develop like your character, your artist persona, who you are as an artist. So definitely you want to take the time out, figure out what type of clothes you want to wear. Think about your image. Think about what you see yourself as, how you see yourself as an artist. Sheesh, my English is horrible. And yeah, you want to definitely pay attention to things like that. So you want to make sure you have a good website. It needs to be professional. It needs to look nice. It needs to be look like something that not everybody can get, right? That's what websites typically do for artists, especially upcoming. They separate you from the others. They give you a platform to do some marketing on. They give you something that you own because you don't own Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, none of these social networks. It gives you a headquarters that you own, and all the information there is what you want it to be. Get you a website. Please do that. If you take anything away from that, get you a website. Improve your photos. So definitely improve either the focus or the color correction. Those two things are usually what normal people perceive to be professional photos. That's how they determine what's professional and what's not. And then, yeah, you want to just monitor your clothing and figure out what's your style and stick to that style. Develop that style, because the more photos you take, the more places you go, people see you in these clothes and they see the way your style is, and at that point you become kind of like a figure. You're known for that. So if you were walking down the street and you had that style, that was your style, like somebody would know that's you without seeing your face because you dress like that. And sure, there may be other people that dress like that, but you definitely want to develop your style. So that's one tip on how to build a fan base, which is improve your image and branding. And then those are additional tips on how to actually accomplish how to actually accomplish the tip that I just gave you. So if you have any questions or anything, please leave a comment below. Please thumbs up the video, subscribe, and until next time, I'm Darius from artistshortcut.com. I'm out.